Why do some people live with purpose, wealth, peace, and joy, while most feel lost, frustrated, and stuck in place? Is it luck? Is it talent? Is it background? Most people believe success is something that just happens. But here's the truth nobody talks about. Success has a pattern, and most people never learn it. Imagine this. 100 people start out in life, all full of hope, full of dreams, full of energy. They want happiness, health, freedom, money, just like you. But statistics show only 5 out of 100 will actually create the life they want. 5, not 50, not 30, just 5. So what happened to the other 95? Did they not try hard enough? Did life just work against them? Number. Most of them simply never knew this one truth. They lived on autopilot. They followed the crowd. They believed what they were told. And they never asked the question, what creates success, really? That's where Earl Nightingale comes in. In the 1950s, he studied thousands of people, successful and not. He read books, he studied leaders, he listened. And then he discovered something strange, something simple, something powerful. He called it the strangest secret. Before we reveal it, let's pause here and ask a deeper question. What is success? Most people confuse it with money, but Earl Nightingale gave a different definition. He said, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. That means success is not a destination. It's not a number in your bank account. It's not a fancy job title. It's the daily movement toward a goal that matters to you. Think about that. If you're moving toward your dream, step by step, you are already successful. If you're growing, learning, working toward something meaningful, you are succeeding. But if you're drifting, if you're just reacting to life without direction, then even if you're busy, you're not moving forward. Now ask yourself, am I living each day with purpose? Do I know where I'm going? Or am I just doing what I've always done? Here's the mysterious truth. Most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they never set a clear goal. They wake up, they go to work, they scroll, they wait for the weekend, and they repeat. No vision, no direction, no decision, just motion with no meaning. And here's the scary part. This pattern can last for years, even a lifetime, until one day they look back and ask, what happened to my dreams? But you're here because you're ready to wake up, to rise above the noise, to hear the secret that most people never will. Because here's what you must know. Success isn't for the lucky. It's for the intentional. It's not about being smarter. It's about being clearer. Clear about who you want to be. Clear about where you're going. Clear about what matters to you. So before we move into the heart of this message, the strangest secret itself, let's get one thing straight. You don't need to be more talented. You don't need permission. You don't need to wait until next year. You just need a reason, a direction, a belief that says, I'm not here to drift. I'm here to become. In the next section, I'll share the secret that changed millions of lives. But right now, pause. Ask yourself, what does success mean to me? Am I moving toward it or waiting for it? What kind of life do I truly want? Because the moment you decide to stop drifting, that's the moment your life begins to change. Here it is, the moment you've been waiting for. Earl Nightingale called it the strangest secret, a simple idea, hidden in plain sight, ignored by most, but followed by every truly successful person on earth. Are you ready? We become what we think about. Let that sink in. You become What you think about, not what you wish for, not what you hope for, not what you say once in a while, but what you consistently think about, day after day, week after week. That is what you become. At first, it might sound too simple, too obvious, but don't let the simplicity fool you. This truth is powerful. Think about it. If you think about fear all day, you become anxious. If you think about problems, you attract more of them. If you think you're not good enough, you act like it. But if you think about growth, you begin to grow. If you think about peace, you become calmer. If you think about success, you start moving like someone who wins. Your thoughts shape your reality. Your mindset becomes your map. Let me tell you something that hits deep. Everything you've experienced so far began with a thought. Every win, every failure, every choice. Your current life is a reflection of your past thinking, and your future. It will reflect what you're thinking right now. But here's the problem. Most people don't control their thoughts. They let the world do it for them. The news tells them what to worry about. Social media tells them who to compare themselves to. Old voices in their head tell them they're not enough. And so they live by accident, not by intention. They never plant the right thoughts, so they never grow the life they really want. Earl Nightingale said it this way, "Your mind is like a field. Whatever you plant in it, good or bad, will grow. If you plant wheat, you get wheat. If you plant poison, you get poison. The soil doesn't care. It simply returns what you planted. Your mind works the same way." Now ask yourself, what have I been planting in my mind lately? Doubt, fear, complaints, excuses, or vision, purpose, gratitude, belief? Whatever it is, that's the crop you'll harvest. Let's go deeper. Every thought sends a message to your brain. This is who I am. This is what I expect. This is what I deserve. Think about that. If you think about failure every day, your mind prepares for it. If you think about success every day, your mind opens to opportunity. You attract what you focus on, not magically, but mentally. You move in the direction of your strongest thoughts. And this isn't just motivational talk. This is science. Your brain filters the world based on what you believe. It's called the reticular activating system, your mental gatekeeper. If you believe you're unlucky, your brain notices every bad thing. If you believe you're growing, your brain starts spotting chances to grow. Your belief becomes your lens. Your thoughts become your filter. Your life becomes your mirror. So here's the truth. If you want to change your life, you must first change what you think about most. Because what you think about, you move toward. And eventually, you become it. Let's pause here. This is not about positive thinking only. This is about deliberate thinking. It's about taking control of the thoughts you allow into your mind every day. It's about choosing what you focus on purpose. Because here's what Earl said, your world is a living expression of how you are using your mind. If your world is filled with stress, confusion, or lack, it's time to take back control of your thoughts. If your world is growing, calm, and full of purpose, you're already walking the path of the secret. Either way, it starts inside. Let me leave you with this. Right now, your future is waiting. It's being shaped by what you're thinking today. So, what are you thinking about? Are your thoughts aligned with the life you want? Because if not, now is the time to choose a new focus, a new belief, a new direction. We become what we think about. So think wisely, think boldly, think on purpose. Now that you've heard the secret, it's simple, it's clear, it's powerful. We become what we think about. But here's the big question. If this truth is so powerful, why do most people ignore it? Why do 95 out of 100 people live without direction? Why do they let life push them around instead of creating it? It's not because they're lazy, it's not because they're dumb, and it's definitely not because they don't want more. The real reason? Most people don't believe their thoughts have power. They've been taught to think small, to play it safe, to doubt themselves. From the time we're kids, we hear things like, be realistic, don't dream too big, stay in your lane. That's just the way life is. So what do? We shrink, we follow the crowd, we stop thinking for ourselves. Let me say something hard, but true. Most people are not thinking, they're reacting. They wake up and scroll. They go to work and complain. They hear bad news and absorb it. They follow whatever the world puts in front of them. They're not choosing their thoughts. They're being programmed by the noise around them, TV, social media, fear, negativity, comparison. And over time, that noise becomes their inner voice. Earl Nightingale once said, "The opposite of courage is not cowardice, it's conformity." That means the real danger isn't fear, it's following the crowd without thinking. It's living a life someone else designed. It's giving up control of your mind. That's why this secret stays hidden in plain sight. Because in a world full of distraction, very few people stop to ask, what am I really thinking about? And where is it leading me? Let's pause here. Take a look at your life, honestly. Are your daily thoughts pushing you forward or pulling you back? Are you feeding your mind ideas that build you or break you? Are you choosing your thoughts or repeating someone else's? This is the reason most people never tap into their power, because they forget they are the gatekeepers of their own minds. And if you don't guard your mind, the world will fill it with junk. Let me share a quick story. Imagine your mind is like a garden. Every day, seeds are falling in. Some are seeds of growth, ideas, dreams, belief. Others are weeds, fear, doubt, criticism. Now here's the catch. Whatever gets planted will grow. You don't have to water the weeds. You just have to ignore the good seeds, and the weeds will take over. That's what happens to most people. They don't plant on purpose, so the weeds win. But here's the good news. You don't have to live that way. You can choose new thoughts. You can focus your mind on what you truly want. You can plant powerful seeds on purpose, but it takes awareness. It takes waking up from the noise, and it takes courage to say, I will not let the world think for me anymore. So how do you start? Start simple. 1. Limit the noise. Cut back time on things that feed fear or comparison. 2. Feed your mind intentionally. Read, listen, watch things that inspire and challenge you. 3. Question your beliefs. Ask, is this helping me grow or keeping me stuck? 4. Repeat what matters. Focus daily on your goal, your dream, your future, because whatever you repeat becomes real. Most people ignore the secret because it feels too slow. They want results now. They want change instantly. But thought power is like planting a seed. It takes time. And since the results are invisible at first, they quit too early. But not you. You now know something most people don't. What you think about consistently will shape your future. You can't see it today, but it's working underneath the surface. Every thought is either a brick or a barrier. You're either building the life you want or reinforcing the life you want to escape. So let me end this section with a challenge. Starting today, become conscious of what you think about most. If your thoughts were a movie, would you want to live in it? If not, change the script. Because your mind is not your enemy. It's your most powerful tool. And now that you know the secret, you have a choice. Ignore it like most people, or use it to build the life they never will. Now you know the secret. We become what we think about. And you know why most people ignore it. They don't believe in the power of their own mind. But you do. You're here because you want more, and you're ready to take control. So the question becomes, how do I actually use this secret every single day? Let's break it down step by step, because this isn't just a one-time idea. It's a daily practice, a way of thinking, a way of living. Step 1. Start with a clear goal. You can't think your way to success if you don't know what success means to you. So ask yourself, what do I truly want? Be specific, be bold, be honest. Don't just say, I want a better life. Say, I want to build a business. I want to live with purpose. I want to earn this amount. Help these people feel this way. Because your mind needs direction. Just like a GPS needs a destination to work, your thoughts need a clear target to aim at. Earl Nightingale said, people with goals succeed because they know where they're going. So step 1 is this. Get clear on your goal. Write it down. Look at it daily. Step 2. Think about it. Every day. Once you know what you want, now it's time to plant that thought in your mind. Every single day. Remember the rule. We become what we think about. So think about it. Not once a month. Not only when you're motivated. Every single day. Make it your morning focus. Make it your daily reminder. Make it your mental home. When fear shows up, go back to your goal. When doubt creeps in, return to your vision. When you're distracted, refocus your mind. You don't need to force the result. You just need to guide your mind to think about what matters. Step 3. Guard your mind. Your mind is a garden. You've planted the seed. Now, protect it. That means removing anything that kills your focus. Be mindful of what you watch, what you listen to, and who you spend time with. Ask yourself, does this thought grow me? Does this input align with my vision? Is this conversation building me or draining me? You are the gatekeeper of your mind. You decide what stays and what goes. Don't let weeds grow beside your dream. Step 4. Speak it, believe it, live it. This is where the secret gains power. Don't just think about your goal. Speak it out loud. Say it every morning. I am becoming the person I want to be. I am focused, confident, and growing. I know where I'm going, and nothing can stop me. You're not lying to yourself. You're training your mind, because the more you speak something, the more real it becomes. And soon, your actions follow your words. You walk differently. You make bold decisions. You say no to distractions. You move with purpose. Your belief becomes behavior. Your behavior becomes results. Step 5. Take small steps daily. Now here's the part people forget. Thinking alone won't change your life. Acting on the right thoughts will. Every day, do one small thing that moves you forward. Make that call. Write that idea. Learn that skill. Plan that project. You don't need to move mountains in one day, but you do need to move, because thought without action is just a dream. But thought plus action equals transformation. Step 6. Stay consistent, no matter what. This is the hard part, but it's also the most important. Some days you'll feel tired. Some days you won't see results. Some days it will feel pointless. But remember, your results today are based on your thoughts from yesterday, and your future depends on your thoughts today. So don't quit. Keep planting. Keep thinking forward. Keep moving, even when it's slow. Earl Nightingale said, "Success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal." That means you're successful the moment you start walking toward your goal, and keep walking. Not when others notice, not when you're praised, but when you stay committed. Let's bring it all together. Here's how you use the secret daily. 1. Get clear on your goal. 2. Think about it every day. 3. Protect your mind from distractions. 4. Speak your belief with confidence. 5. Take small steps with action. 6. Repeat this every single day. Because when you do, your thoughts begin to shape your habits. Your habits build your future, and that's when the secret becomes real. Not magic, not luck, just the power of a focused, consistent, purposeful mind. Your mind is the greatest tool you'll ever have, and now you know how to use it. We've talked about the secret. We've seen how most people ignore it, and you've learned how to use it daily. But now, it's time to see what happens when someone actually lives it. What happens when you take this one simple truth? We become what we think about. And make it your way of life? The answer? Everything changes, not by chance, not by luck, but by cause and effect. Let's look at a few real stories. You'll see just how powerful this can be. Story number 1. The salesman who went from average to millionaire. There was a man working in sales. middle of the pack, struggling to make ends meet, always comparing himself to others, always wondering why success avoided him. Then, one day, he listened to The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. He heard the words, "You become what you think about." And something shifted. He realized he was thinking about struggle. He was thinking about fear. He was thinking about not making it. So he decided to flip the script. He wrote down one clear goal. Every morning he read it. Every night he visualized it. He focused on it, not for 5 minutes, but for days, weeks, months. He didn't just wish. He acted. He worked harder, smarter, bolder. In less than a year, he went from middle to top, then from top to owning his own company. Today, he's a millionaire, all because he changed what he thought about. Story number 2, the woman who overcame fear and started a business. She was stuck in a job she hated, felt trapped, felt small, felt invisible, but deep down, she had a dream, to start something of her own, to build a life with purpose. She heard this quote from Earl, "Everything begins with an idea," and she realized her idea had value. But her fear was louder than her faith, so she made a simple commitment. For 30 days, I will think only about my dream, my business, and not about my fear. She wrote her goal. She spoke it every morning. She imagined it in detail. Day after day, her belief grew. She started learning, planning, preparing, and then, one day, she did it. She launched her business. Was it easy? Number. But did her thinking change her world? Yes. Today, that same woman employs others. She's free, and she smiles when she tells people, "It started when I believed it was possible." Story number 3, the teen who escaped a negative environment. He was surrounded by struggle, grew up in a broken neighborhood. Everyone told him he'd end up just like the rest. But one day, he heard a recording. An old voice said, "You are what you think about all day long." It hit him hard. He realized his thoughts were not his own. They were shaped by fear, by his environment, by limitation. So he made a decision. I will think about who I want to become, not who I've been told I am. He started writing daily goals. He stopped hanging out with the wrong crowd. He studied, trained, read, worked. Every day he thought like a winner, even when no one saw it. Today, he's the first in his family to go to college. He's building something new. And when asked how he made it out, he says, "I changed my mind, and my life followed." You see, these aren't fairy tales. These are real people, just like you, just like me. They didn't have special luck. They had a simple secret. They became what they thought about, and the same power lives inside you right now. Let me ask you something honest. What are you thinking about most of the time? Because that's the direction your life is moving. And if you don't like it, you have the power to change it, not by changing the world around you, but by changing the world inside you. That's how lives change. That's how goals are achieved. That's how dreams are born. Now here's a final truth. Every success story begins in the mind. Before the first sale, the first breakthrough, the first win, there was a thought, a belief, a vision, and now it's your turn. You've seen the proof. You've heard the stories. So what's yours going to be? What story will your life tell a year from now? One of wishing, or one of working, one of fear, or one of focus? Because the moment you decide to think differently, everything starts to change. Let's be honest. You didn't come here just to listen. You came here because something inside you is ready to change. You feel it. You know it. Now the question is simple. What are you going to do with this secret, starting today? Because here's the truth. The next 30 days can completely change your life, but only if you decide to act. Why 30 days? Earl Nightingale taught something powerful. In 30 days, you can change the direction of your entire life by changing the direction of your thoughts. Why 30? Because 30 days is enough to build a new habit, break an old one, prove to yourself that change is possible, begin to rewire your mind for success. It's not forever. It's not some huge commitment, but it's long enough to feel a real shift. And once you feel it, you'll never go back. Here's what you'll do for 30 days. Let's make this simple. One goal, one focus, one plan. You're going to commit to this. For the next 30 days, I will think only about what I want to become. Every single day, for the next 30 days, follow this process. 1. Write down your goal. Make it clear. Make it specific. Make it personal. Don't just say, I want to be rich. Say, I want to earn this much by this time doing what I love. Don't just say, I want to be better. Say, I want to be confident, calm, focused, and free. Write it down in one sentence. This is the compass for your thoughts. 2. Read it every morning and night. Place it where you'll see it. Read it out loud when you wake up. Read it again before you sleep. Let it be the first and last thing your mind absorbs each day. You're not just reading a goal, you're reminding your brain, this is what we're becoming. 3. Visualize it in detail. Close your eyes for 60 seconds a day. Picture yourself already living that life. Feel the emotions. See the results. Step into the future version of you. Your brain doesn't know the difference between real and imagined, so give it something powerful to believe in. 4th, guard your mind ruthlessly. For 30 days, no negative thinking, no complaining, no gossip, no doubt. If a negative thought comes, stop and replace it with your goal. This is mental training. You're teaching your mind to focus forward, not backward. You don't have time for distractions. You have a new life to build. 5, take one step every day. Thought without action is fantasy. So every day, do something small that moves you forward. Send that email, write that idea, learn that skill, practice that habit. You don't have to do everything, but you do have to do something. Progress, not perfection. 6, track your days. Make a 30-day chart. Every day you follow through, check it off. There's power in momentum. After 5 days, you'll feel different. After 10, you'll think different. After 20, people will notice. After 30, you'll never want to go back. What will happen in 30 days? Let me tell you what to expect. You'll feel resistance at first. Your old habits will try to pull you back. Your mind will say, this is silly. This won't work. But keep going, because slowly, day by day, you'll start to notice. You speak with more confidence. You act with more courage. You feel more alive. You stop chasing and start choosing. And then one day, it clicks. You've become the person you were always meant to be, not because the world changed, but because you changed. You have the power, right now. So here's the challenge. Don't just think about this secret. Don't just agree with it. Live it. For 30 days, let this idea lead your life. You become what you think about. That's the strangest secret, and the most powerful one. You don't need permission. You don't need luck. You don't need someone to save you. You just need to start right now. So, are you ready? Take one step. Choose one goal. Start your 30-day journey and watch what happens. Because in 30 days, everything can change. And it all starts with one